guys, my name is Brianna. I am the owner and maker of Mama Llama Custom Creations, and in today's tutorial I am going to show you from start to finish how to glitter a tumbler using the epoxy method. All of the products that I use today will be linked in the description box below for you, so let's jump right into it. Here I do have a fully prepped and sanded 20-ounce cup. Here I'm going to mix equal parts of A and B, a 1-to-1 ratio of Alumilite Amazing Clear Cast. I've been doing tumblers for about 2 years now. This is the only epoxy I have ever used. I've never had any issues. I absolutely love it. I typically don't measure how much I am mixing. I just kind of eyeball it just because I am typically doing multiple cups at a time, so it's never really consistent. I do mix this for about 3 minutes until it's a thinner consistency. I don't see any streaks and it's ready to apply to my cups. Once applying, I typically don't have any problems with micro bubbles or air bubbles. If I do, I will just go ahead and spray it down with my 90% alcohol. I went outside and I sprayed this a flat black from Rustoleum. I am going to apply about probably 10 milliliters of epoxy here. I do typically apply a little more than most, but I do get a really good coverage. And you always want to spray paint your cup closest to the glitter color that you'll be using. When I glitter my cups, I usually just use a piece of printer paper or normal computer paper to catch the glitter that falls off, and then I will just kind of funnel it back into my shaker once I am done. I'm going to be using Scribbles from Peachy Olive Glitters. Like I said before, you typically do want to spray paint your cup closest to the glitter color that you will be using. I have been using Peachy Olive Glitters for a while now, and they have really good coverage, like I said, so I did know prior to using this that the black wouldn't affect the color much. However, you do want to remember that a lot of glitters, the base color will affect the outcome of your glitter. So I start off kind of just letting it trickle on down and lightly coating it, and then once I have a good base coat there, I do go ahead and just kind of dump it all on there, get kind of crazy with it, and make sure that I do have everything covered. And then I will go ahead and get that back into my shaker, and we'll put this on the spinner and let it spin for about 6 to 8 hours before I will go ahead and apply my second coat. Alright, so I did let that sit overnight. I did go ahead and mix my epoxy here off camera. Again, I do use equal parts of A and B Alumilite Amazing Clear Cast. Here I am going to apply about 30 milliliters to this on just that first coat of glitter that we did. I typically don't spray seal anything unless I have multiple colors or I really don't want that glitter to travel or get mixed in with anything else. Once I have a really decent coat on this, I will go ahead and put it on the turner for another 6 to 8 hours before I come back and apply a second coat of epoxy and then move into some sanding. It has been about 8 hours. I'm going to go ahead and apply about 30 milliliters of epoxy to this. Once I have this coated really good, we'll go ahead and put it on the spinner for another 6 to 8 hours, and then we will move in for some sanding. Alright, so first of all, don't mind my little bathroom sink here. This is just upstairs bathroom that nobody ever uses, so it kind of works perfectly for me to do my thing. Here I am going to go ahead and use 220 grit. I usually have a sanding block. Right now this is just some sandpaper that we had laying around that nobody else used. I'm going to go ahead and sand my edges, my rim of my cup, and the bottom of it, and then any spots around it that might poke up or stand out when underneath a decal. I have the file that I'd like to use uploaded into Cricut Design Space. I did measure it about 4 inches just for the main front base of the tumbler. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out on regular white vinyl. Since it is being adhered under epoxy, it doesn't matter if you're using permanent or removable. I am just using permanent because that's what I have on hand. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out on my regular vinyl setting and then go ahead and get it applicated. I'm going to go ahead and get my transfer tape on there and then go ahead and varnish it over. I do use Paper Studio brand for my vinyl mostly and my transfer tape. Every once in a while I stray away, but this is typically my go-to. I really don't like the Cricut brand here. I am using leftover what I have, just a scrap piece, but I typically don't like the Cricut brand vinyl. And as you can tell, that one I've always noticed has a harder time peeling and transferring than I ever do with the Paper Studio. I am just going to kind of eyeball this on there. Once I have it where I'd like it, I am going to start pressing down pretty firmly on the middle and work my way outwards. Make sure there's no air bubbles or anything that is going to peel up, and then I will go ahead and pull my transfer tape tightly downwards on the cup rather than away from it, just so that if any vinyl were to lift, I could go ahead and kind of press it back down and hopefully it's not ripped. I'm going to go ahead and move right into another coat of epoxy on top of that and get that on the spinner for 6 to 8 hours, let that cure, and then we will go ahead and put on hopefully what will be our final coat of epoxy. And here we have our finished tumbler. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are watching, please like, comment, and subscribe. That would help me tremendously. Please let me know in the comment section below if there's anything else you'd like to see. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.